Hi, I'm Dr. Albani. You've come to know me from other videos that I've posted on my Facebook page. And this time I want to show you something which is quite interesting, which is why the stomach of a baby, also of the adult who have gastroesophageal reflux has a problem with acid. Now, normally the digestion in a baby that takes the milk from mother or the artificial milk, the digestion follows this procedure. The milk gets to the stomach. The stomach, in order to digest the milk in its wall, produces H+, which is acid. Protons, they are also called the H+. These protons get to the milk, they pre-digest it, they make it become curdled, they prepare it for the following digestion that will happen in the intestine. The milk, as prepared in this particular fashion with the acid of the stomach, becomes ready to go down the intestine, and there is the continuation of the digestion and the absorption of whatever part of the milk gets digested. This happens within half an hour. The baby that has no problem with digestion, with reflux, has a stomach emptying pretty quick and has a regular digestion that doesn't bother him or her at all. Not as well with the baby, for the baby that has reflux. In a baby who has reflux, the acid produced by the stomach, instead of going down with the milk, it goes up with the milk. It goes through the lower esophageal sphincter that is not functioning well, and it's open instead of being closed. This acid with the milk acidified, they go up into the esophagus and they irritate the esophagus, they inflame the esophagus, so the baby starts getting esophagitis. The baby starts regurgitating, vomiting. The content of the stomach, instead of going down easily into the intestine, keeps on going up and staying in the stomach. The stomach emptying becomes much longer than in a normal digestion, with the suffering that we all know if we have a baby with reflux or if we have reflux ourselves. Now, the production of H+, of protons, of acid by the stomach can be stopped, can be inhibited by what? By a PPI, a proton pump inhibitor. Proton pump, yes, the stomach gets the acid proton out by something called a pump. It's not a mechanical pump, it's a metabolic pump that gets the acid out of the stomach. We can, with the PPI, with the proton pump inhibitor, push the acid back, stop the stomach from producing too much acid. The stomach, though, doesn't really like that. It keeps on making efforts to produce more acid. So there is a battle, the acid battle in the stomach of the baby and the child and the adult who has reflux. The stomach produces more acid, the proton pump inhibitor pushes the acid back, more stomach acid, more pump inhibitor. So the use of this kind of medication, the proton pump inhibitor, does not on itself resolve the problem of the stomach acid in the baby who has reflux. What can we do about this? My personal way of resolving this problem of a battle, of the acid battle between the stomach and the proton pump inhibitor, is to give the baby an antacid, an anti-acid medication. The anti-acid contains aluminium and magnesium hydroxide. They are two substances that contain an OH molecule, which touching the H+, the proton coming from the stomach, do you know what it does to it? It makes it become water, H2O, water. Water is not acid anymore, so the acid stops. Is neutralized by the hydroxide of the aluminium and magnesium hydroxide. This is the end of the acid battle between the stomach acid and the inhibitor of the proton pump. The end of the battle is won by the antacid containing aluminium and magnesium hydroxide. And the baby gets better, the stomach empties better, the baby does not have the esophagitis anymore. The esophagitis gets better because the stomach acid doesn't get to the esophagus anymore. We have the solution of the problem. It's not a total definitive solution. You have to keep on taking the IPP, the OPPIs, the proton pump inhibitor, plus the antacid if we want that the baby stays well. But it's better that way than having the baby suffer for months. No?